Hello everyone, my name is Mario for Kai Entertainment and welcome to the channel. This video is going to be a tour and review video of the apple orchard. Now if you look on the sign, they show their website where you actually go see their website, so feel free to do so. And what I'll do is walk you through, and at the end I'll give you out of 10 what I think they scored at. So here we go. So basically when you walk in, this is what you see. Shows you to the orchard. So a lot of things, there's things there for children. Lots of pumpkins, you can pick your own as well. So basically that's the pricing there, which is pretty reasonable considering that they're funding a whole operation, so I thought it was pretty reasonable. So over here they have a creek going under a bridge when you're walking over into the orchard. It was actually a very nice day, so it was pleasant to go over there. And over here I thought he did a pretty good job. It's pretty simple, just putting little gnomes out in the woods like that, but you know what? I think it makes it entertaining, especially for the children, and I think for everybody else as well. So as you can see, there's a good amount of bathrooms. So they got a hand washing station there. There's trails there. There's signs everywhere. You can't leave your kids by themselves. So if they're going to the trails, the adults are there with them. Over there, I guess on the weekends when there's a lot more people than there was that day there, I went on a Friday, which was still a pretty good number of people. But on weekends it's just packed, so I guess they must do some kind of cooking of, I don't know, applesauce or apple cider. I'm not sure, but I'm just guessing. Then you got the little goats. You can see one of them behind. I think there's three altogether. There's one right behind the sign there. Not a bad life. So over here we got a couple of ponies. They're actually, from what I heard one of the tour guides saying, they're actually brother and sister. And by the way, there is wagon rides, so if you guys want to come and hop on a wagon ride, they say it's every hour on the hour that they're giving out these rides. Still a pretty good life, eh? Anyways, so that's the apple orchard there. By the way, if you hear me breathing hard, well, the day before I actually worked out legs, so my legs were exhausted. And it's not an extremely long walk, the orchard, but it's still a pretty good walk. So it's great for children. They can run around and, you know what I mean, get their exercise in. Adults as well, get your exercise in. Just make sure you wear good shoes and don't work out legs the day before, and you should be fine. Nice scenery. I thought it was very beautiful scenery. It did a good job. Mind you, that's natural scenery, but I guess they located their trees in a good area. think it was the first apple I ever picked in my life. And I've worked on fruit farms my whole teenage life, like my teenage years. I worked on fruit farms picking like peaches, cherries. There's a corn maze there. Picking strawberries, but I've never picked apples, so I thought that was quite interesting. They come off pretty easy, but by the way, you don't have to struggle at them. So like I said, there's a corn maze here, and there's signs everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but there's signs saying, you know, kids cannot be left alone, so adults have to be with the children at all times. I think that's a sign there that says it. You know, it's kind of fun too, getting close to this, because I drive by cornfields all the time. Like, I live just 5 minutes away from here, and I drive by these cornfields all the time, and you know, I mean, unless you're working there or you're actually going for a tour, you don't actually see it up close. So to me, it was quite interesting that way there. So again, it's an amazing view. I really enjoyed that. You know, it's hard to believe that it's just in my backyard, that view there. Again, I was just like, not again, but all these apples I'm showing on the ground, I was just like, I couldn't believe to see so many apples sitting on the ground like that. So that's why I'm showing that a lot. But yeah, it looks like you're walking up a major hill. And it kind of feels that way, just hearing me breathe, but it wasn't really that bad. But it really looks like very dramatic, like when you're from the bottom looking at it. I think you're going into a whole new world. So you probably could see the the tractor pulling the wagon ride over there in the right corner. And it's comical, like some of these trees are just packed with apples. And what I thought was kind of weird for me, because when I did like peach picking, what we always used to do is thin out the peaches. Like you couldn't leave too many peaches on the branches, or else they'd break the branches. So when they were small, you'd like thin them out. Leave one, take one out, leave one, take another one out. But over here, it doesn't look like they thinned them, and like apples a lot heavier than peaches. So I thought, that kind of piqued my interest there. So that there's to keep the fruits warm. You could pause it if you want, just to read up more on that. So you can see it's a really nice view, right? I went there, I think it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, so it was very pleasant. It's a good amount of people, but it wasn't overly packed, but it was Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning, so it's not bad. Yeah, you got your raspberries there. So over here I was going to look for sunflowers, so I wanted to like have the visuals of that. And it was a little ways away, so all I could think is I hope it's worth my while once I get there. You can see like the trails a little rocky, just cool. Just be careful, right? But I thought it was interesting. Leave it natural that way. That's Highway 6 right there. So they say that the apple orchard's in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, but where it is actually, it's a little town called Freelton, but we got amalgamated all together and we're called Hamilton. But if you look at the signs when you drive in and all that, it says Freelton. Even if you look on the map, you'll see Freelton there. So there's all the pumpkins there. You can go pick for yourself. There's the directions for the sunflowers. Yeah, so just being up close I thought was interesting. And it's funny the things that you take for granted. So those are the sunflowers there, which was pretty nice to see. You see here, like a woman or a girl left her purse on the chair, and it was like there was no one to be found, right? So I'm like, that's pretty trustworthy, or else they forgot it. But like I didn't show it, but there's like a wagon just behind me there, and it's got like baby stuff and all that, and the people are all out in the right corner. There's no one around, so I'm like, I'm guessing they're just really trustworthy. But I did tell the woman at the front, so if someone did forget or something, she would tell them. So yeah, the sunflowers was really nice. You got a butterfly there to your left. It's kind of cool because I didn't notice that till after I was watching it on my editing site here. When I filmed it, I never really saw that butterfly. Yeah, so this little guy here, I was coming around the corner and I almost stepped on him. And here he is just doing his own thing, just mowing along. So I thought it was pretty interesting. So there's the pumpkins there. There's squash as well. I didn't see the pears, by the way. I'm sure they were there, but just didn't see where they were. And so there's the apples that I got. That's kind of cool to pick your own apples and see like the leaves still on, right? So that was a pretty cool feeling. And here's my yard. We're going to show you some of my decorations. There's a little tree that I planted this summer. It used to have a big tree there, but it got too big for the location, so they planted that little one there. Yeah, so anyways, so that's the video there. In my opinion, I thought they did a really good job. I think it's great for like the whole family. So I'm gonna give that experience a 10 out of 10. I think they did a really good job. The prices going in, you actually have to pay to get in as well. So I'm pretty sure it was 10.20 for an adult. And if you bring your own bags, then you don't have to buy a bag there. But if you don't bring your own bags, you're gonna have to buy a bag there. So I think for me it comes to like $14, but it's okay. I mean, it's a big operation, so it costs money, right? So yeah, for children and all that, I'm not too sure what the prices are there, but you can always go on their website and check that out. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It's quite peaceful. I think they have a good atmosphere, good attitudes. I'm sure when during the weekends, a lot more people, so it'll be a little more hectic. But I don't know. I think everybody's in a good mood and everybody's having fun. So I think it's a good experience, right? So I'll give them a 10 out of 10. If you're in the area and you want to go, I recommend it. And yeah, so for now, we'll leave it there, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.